Hello students, today I will explain you about law of chemical combination, which is the first topic of basic concepts of chemistry. Dear students, I have already explained you about law of conservation of mass and law of constant or definite proportion. Today I will explain you about law of multiple proportion, which is the third law of chemical combination. So listen carefully and note down the important points of this video lecture in your copies. ठीक है? So third law of chemical combination is law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportion. Dear students, this law was first proposed by Sir John Dalton. What is this law? According to this law, if two elements A and B are combined together to form two or more different kinds of compounds, then the different weights of one element in these compounds, different weights of one element which combine with the fixed weight of another element always have the multiple ratio. According to the law of multiple proportion, if two elements A and B are combined together to form two or more different type of compounds, then the different weights of one element which combine with the fixed weight of another element always have the multiple ratio. So how can we explain law of multiple proportion? Look at the board and listen carefully. First, suppose in place of A, if we take an element nitrogen, and in place of B, if we take an element oxygen. And suppose if we are given these two elements nitrogen and oxygen, and we know that if nitrogen and oxygen are combined with each other, then they form different type of oxides, which are called oxides of nitrogen. Like first oxide, which is formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen, is N2O, which is commonly called nitrous oxide. It is nitrous oxide. It is also used as a laughing gas. If nitrogen and oxygen are combined, then to form N2O2, which is a dimer of NO, it is commonly called nitric oxide. It is formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen. And the third type of oxide is N2O3, nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen dinitrogen. Basically, it is called dinitrogen trioxide. Simply, it is called nitrogen trioxide, N2O3. And the next type of oxide is N2O4, which is formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen. This is nitrogen tetroxide. Nitrogen tetroxide. It is also formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen. And the next oxide is N2O5, which is formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen, and it is commonly called nitrogen pentaoxide. Nitrogen pentaoxide. These are the different oxides which are formed by the combination of nitrogen and oxygen. So if we observe the ratio of mass of nitrogen and oxygen in these oxides, then we can be verified law of multiple proportion easily. For example, if we consider N2O, nitrous oxide, then in N2O, what is the mass of nitrogen? The mass of nitrogen in N2O is, atomic mass of nitrogen is 14, and since N2O has 2 nitrogen, therefore the mass of nitrogen in nitrous oxide is 28 raised to, what is the mass of oxygen in nitrous oxide? Its atomic weight is 16, and it has only one oxygen. So atomic weight of oxygen is 16 in nitrous oxide. And what is the mass of nitrogen in nitric oxide, N2O2? Nitrogen is 28, 2 nitrogen, and oxygen is 32, 16 into 2. Atomic weight of oxygen is 16 multiplied by 2, so it is 32. And in N2O3, what is the atomic mass? What is the mass of nitrogen in N2O3? 28. But what is the mass of oxygen? 16 into 3, 48. And in N2O4, nitrogen is 28 raised to oxygen is 16 into 4, 64. And in N2O5, nitrogen is 28, 14 into 2, 28, and oxygen is 16 into 5, 28 raised to 80. So in these oxides of nitrogen and oxygen, different weights of oxygen 16, 32, 48, 64 and 80, which combined with the constant weight of nitrogen always bear the multiple ratio, which verifies the law of conservation of mass. So in these oxides, what is the ratio of weights of oxygen? What is the ratio of weights of oxygen? Weights of oxygen in these oxides. Weights of oxygen. The ratio of weights of oxygen in these oxides is 16 raised to 32 raised to 48 raised to 64 raised to 80. If it is simplified, then it can also be written as 1 raised to 2 raised to 3 raised to 4 raised to 5. 16 2 ja 32, 3 ja 48, 4 ja 64 and 16 5 ja 81 raised to 2 raised to 3 raised to 4 raised to 5. It is multiple ratio. So if two elements A and B, what is law of multiple proportion? Note down your copies properly. If two elements A and B are combined together to form two or more different type of compounds, then in these compounds different weights of one element which combined with the fixed weight of another element always have the multiple ratio. It is called law of multiple proportion, and this law was first proposed by Sir John Dalton. So clear for all? Note down the examples of oxides of nitrogen, and with the help of this example you can easily verify law of multiple proportion. Note कर ले अपनी copies में properly. Okay, done. Note कर लिया है. So now I want to explain you fourth law of chemical combination, and this fourth law of chemical combination is also called Galli-Stock law of gas volume. The fourth law of chemical combination is Galli-Stock law of gas volume. And simply you can say that this law was first proposed by Galli-Stock. Galli-Stock law of gas volume was first proposed by Galli-Stock. So what is Galli-Stock law of gas volume? Dear student, Galli-Stock law of gas volume is only applicable for gaseous reaction. Suppose if any reaction take place in gaseous state, like if hydrogen gas reacts with chlorine gas, then to give HCl gas, 2 moles of HCl gas, then what will be the ratio of reactant and product in gaseous state in this reaction? What is the number of moles of hydrogen gas in this reaction? Number of moles of hydrogen gas in this reaction is 1 mole. It has only one molecule. And what is the number of mole of chlorine gas? It has one molecule, so it has 1 mole. And the number of moles of HCl gas is 2 mole. And dear student, under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, at STP, the 1 mole of any gas is equal to 1 mole of any gas will always occupy 22.4 liter volume. So since hydrogen gas has only 1 mole, 1 molecule, therefore its volume will be 22.4 liter. And what will be the volume of chlorine gas? 22.4 liter. And the volume of HCl gas will be, since it has 2 mole, therefore its volume will be 44.8 liter at STP. So under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, if any chemical reaction take place in gaseous state, then the volume of all reactant and product always have the simple ratio. The volumes of all reactant and product always have the simple ratio. सभी reactants और product के जो volume का जो ratio होता है, ठीक है ना, it will be a simple ratio. This law is called Galli-Stock law of gas volume. So what will be the ratio of the volume of hydrogen gas, chlorine gas and HCl gas in this gas reaction? In this gaseous reaction, 1 raised to 1 raised to 2. It is the volume of hydrogen gas, chlorine gas and HCl gas in this particular gaseous reaction. So if any chemical reaction take place in gaseous state, then under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, all the volume of all reactant and product always have the simple ratio. The volumes of all reactant and product always have the simple ratio. सभी reactants और products की जो volume का ratio होता है वो हमेशा एक simple ratio होता है. But dear student, this law is only applicable for gaseous reaction. ध्यान रखेंगे, this law is only applicable for gaseous reaction. If any chemical reaction take place in gaseous state, then under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, the volume of all reactants and product always have the simple ratio. This law is called Galli-Stokes law. So note down your copies, so it can be verified with the help of this example. इस एग्जाम्पल की हेल्प से आप इसको वेरीफाई कर सकते हैं. दिस इज द फर्स्ट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ Galli-Stokes law of gas boiling. So how can we define Galli-Stokes law of gas boiling? Note down your copies. If any chemical reaction take place in gaseous state, then under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, what are the standard conditions of temperature and pressure? Dear student, standard temperature is 273.15 Kelvin and the standard pressure is 1 atm. So under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, if any chemical reaction take place in gaseous state, then the volumes of all reactant and product always have the simple ratio. सभी reactants और product के जो volume का ratio होता है always have the simple ratio. The volumes of all reactant and products always have the simple ratio. If the reaction take place in gaseous state under the identical conditions, under the standard conditions of temperature and pressure, this law was first proposed by Galli-Stokes. Hence, it is called Galli-Stokes law of gas boiling. Galli-Stokes law of gas boiling. Okay. So in my next video lecture, I will explain you about law of equivalent proportion and Avogadro law. जो next video lecture होगा उसमें मैं law of reciprocal proportion या equivalent proportion को डिस्कस करूंगा और Avogadro law को भी समझाऊंगा. But I have already explained about Avogadro law in my last video lectures. जो मेरे पिछले वीडियो लेक्चर्स हैं उनमें मैं Avogadro's law को ऑलरेडी डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ. ठीक है ना. सो जो नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेक्चर आएगा, आई थिंक कि मुझे एक ही लॉ अब आपको लिए समझाने के लिए बाकी रह गया है, एंड इट इज लॉ ऑफ इक्विवेलेंट प्रोपोर्शन. सो इफ यू वांट टू लर्न लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास, law of constant or definite proportion and Avogadro law, then you can watch my last video lectures. Okay, thank you.